That's our favorite moment, hands down. You know, I got to see you, Shawn Michaels, and Mick Foley, who are literally, I mean, plus The Rock. These guys, and it's no coincidence. I mean, you guys were the top guys in your eras, but those are my four favorite wrestlers of all time. You know, and they're all, you know what I mean.
It was interesting. It was fun, and I'll give you guys. I wasn't even going to share this story. I'm going to share it with you guys. What had happened was I got a call from Vince. Hey man, you want to come down and do something for WrestleMania? I said, hey man, what you got in mind? He said, okay, just hit somebody with a stunner. I said, yeah, man, I'm cool with that. And so all I knew is I was going to hit somebody with a stunner. Didn't really know what was going to happen. In the meantime, after I'd already committed to Vince to be there, you know, on April 3rd, I tore my rotator cuff in my right shoulder. I tore the hell out of it. My infraspinatus, supraspinatus, and it hurt like a bitch. So anyway, I go in there and I'm thinking, man, okay, all I got to do is a stunner. So if I got a rotator cuff, I can't really work out. I can't do nothing with my arm. I can barely drink beer. This is my beer drinking arm. That's what I was most upset about.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, in between saying, you know, I said, man, how am I going to get through this? Man, it'd be good. I just kick him in the gut and give him a stunner. Well, you got to get into a setup situation. So that means the way, you know, the four guys were standing there, and then New Day pulled out Wade Barrett. That left us three, and me and Rusev was paired off. And so, man, we had to start throwing punches. I threw that first punch at Rusev, and I swear to God, it was the first, second, and third one, and hit him right in the mouth or the nose, and he was in the corner and he's bleeding. And I felt so bad for him because I really like Rusev. He's such a nice guy, and on TV he's the heel. And I think he did an interview with somebody who said because of that he'll never listen to my podcast again. So that was great. But I felt so bad for cracking him, and it was either the nose or the mouth. But he started bleeding. When I threw that first punch, I ripped everything in my shoulder, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, you can't stop throwing now. So we finished the gig, gave all the stunners, start calling for the beer, and my shoulder's about to fall off. And so anyway, as I sit here talking with you guys, I'll head back. I'm thinking 8 days I get this thing patched up. And so what was going to be kind of like maybe a routine job is going to turn into a major job. Dude, you ever jacked up a rotator cuff?
I got a torn something or other.
Labrum? Something? Yeah. But yeah.
I just worked through it, but I've been going to physical therapy for the past 5 months avoiding surgery. Yeah, that's as high as I can pick that arm up right there. Yeah, that ain't shit. Yeah. Now, see, here's the thing. When you're out there and you first do it, it's one thing because you're warm, the adrenaline's flowing, and you got 100,000 people out there jazzing you up, so you don't feel nothing. But then afterwards, man, I was in my damn dressing room, and I brought a bunch of Broken Skull IPA. Oh, and on a Broken Skull IPA note, I was out there catching all those beers, and JBL, who I love, goes, yep, he's having him a Steve Weiser. And I'm thinking to myself, God dang it, it's a Broken Skull IPA. This was WrestleMania 32. There's a star with 32 on the can. We built these cans specifically for WrestleMania 32. Oh,
and he couldn't say Steve was having an ice cold Broken Skull IPA. He called it a Steve Weiser. So for